Hey, what's up, guys? So today's topic is going to be all about real estate prospecting, because that's the main thing you're going to do after you get your license and you find your right brokerage firm. So prospecting, there's a lot of ways you can go about it. And I'm going to list off 3 different ways you can go about it. Real estate prospecting. And this applies to anybody, really. Okay, so first things first, how many people are on planet Earth? About 8 billion now, right? So are you going to be able to talk to all of them? I don't think so. You're going to talk to the ones that are sort of kind of meant for you, right? If you put in the work, you're going to go out there and you're going to knock on doors. You're going to use systems to cold call people, and you're going to reach out to your sphere of influence. There's a lot of ways to do it. And there's not a lot of things that hold you back on doing those things. Usually, I guess every firm has its own rules. But let's say you work for a real estate company such as RE/MAX, right? And I'm going to try and keep videos, kind of specific to Wisconsin and obviously what I know, what I've learned. And number 1 is I'm going to talk about real estate sphere of influence, circle prospecting type of thing. Sphere of influence is people that you know, okay? That's immediate family that's not immediate, friends, and acquaintances. This day and age, you got social media that you're connected to people that follow you, people that know you since you've been a kid, since obviously your parents even. It's called sphere of influence. And just because you're in real estate, they would work with you. That's number 1. Number 2 is going to be cold calling. Cold calling is something that I learned from one of the guys that really got me into real estate, and that was Carruth. He's got an online platform, and he really, really, really hones in on RedX, which is a system that's used after you pay for it. And he doesn't tell you the pricing. I'm going to tell you the pricing. It's quite expensive for the most basic minimum plan, and that's when they're giving out a discount. It's around $180 per month. That's $180 you're going to have to spend out of pocket, or obviously from whatever business you may have or job, and pay for that service. And you got to call. And it's not a robocall type thing. Carruth has scripts, and obviously, go check out his stuff to go look at that. And his scripts are all about ring. Hey, how's it going? This is Jonathan Della Rosa with RE/MAX. How are you, Kelly? Oh, I'm doing well. I'm doing really good. Who's this calling? Hey, I'm just a local real estate agent. Wanted to call and reach out to you if there's anything in the world I could do for you. There's a house that sold close to you. Oh, not really. Thanks for calling. And, you're going to run into people that are happy and mad and sad and frustrated and happy and joyous and all kinds of people. Key thing is just keep going. Eventually you run into some business now, which is what firms really want to see, is now business. But the main thing with cold calling is cultivating business for a year, 2, 3 years down the line, if you're still in the business, right? So it goes both ways. The third way I want to talk about prospecting, because it's huge, is social media. And there's been a lot of guests that have been on the Carruth show that have huge social media followings. And based off of my experience, there's not really somebody in the state of Wisconsin. So if you're getting your Wisconsin real estate license, and you have already a strong social media following based off of just who you are, and because you grew up in that generation, you already got a leg ahead of people that don't have a social media following and don't really know how to build one. I'm slowly building one. You guys be the judge of if I've built it correctly. I just started mine, and it's all about consistency. It's all about providing really good, valuable posts. And nowadays, there was something on Elon Musk's Twitter where he said, you can provide value no matter what now. You go online, find some value someone else is providing to you. You've consumed that knowledge. Now you know that knowledge, and now you share it to more people that would have never gotten that knowledge if it weren't for you seeing that other video or watching that other podcast or reading that other book that was released. So it works in a really great way. Social media is huge. Facebook, Twitter, it's been growing big. And obviously, if you jumped on the bandwagon in 2008 or 9 when nobody was doing it, obviously right now you'd have millions of followers. One thing I want to talk about that is VRIN. V-R. Oops. I don't know if that looks like an R. I-N. VRIN. VRIN stands for value, rare, inimitable, and non-substitutable. So when you share something on social media that you created yourself, that's going to bring immense value because you're teaching someone something. Rare is, how rare is it? Is it something that's hard to come by, or is it something that's commonly seen, like a plate of food? That's common. Something hard to come by is, let's just say you just got some training with your real estate trainee, and you take a picture with them and you post it. That's value. That's rare. People like to see that, people smiling. And excuse the noise in the back if you can hear that. That's just gonna happen. Just gonna have to ignore it. And then VRIN, okay. I is inimitable, which means can people copy it? Is it easy to copy? If it is, it's gonna lower it down in points. If it's not, well, it's gonna be obviously more of a unique post. And lastly is non-substitutable. Can it be substituted for something else? And that speaks for itself. So that's it. Three ways to prospect. Number 1 is sphere of influence, which is really highly preached upon when joining a firm. 2 is cold calling, which is a lot of people avoid, but you do it consistently, you do it right. Ricky Carruth is a good example of it, and that's what I plan on doing. 3 is social media, and I'm going to give you a bonus one, which is mailers. Mailers are a good way to reach out to people. I've done hundreds of them so far, and I haven't gotten any leads from them, but I have heard from mutual acquaintances that they've received them, and it's sort of like a business card, right? You receive it through the mail, and obviously a business card is another way to keep in touch. But hopefully that was some value for you guys and whoever listens to the Real Talk, the Jonathan Del Rosa Real Estate Podcast. So I appreciate you guys with all my heart. Take care. Keep shining. Keep believing in yourself and make it happen.